cut 4 here, Phil. Sean, I gotta get your take on this because you were going around social media yesterday with the hat tips and all of this stuff for this Olivia Herrera, this 22-year-old.
Oh, Olivia Julian Jabba.
Yeah. She's
such a beautiful first name.
She's the 22-year-old queer, and I'm just reading what she identifies as, a 22-year-old queer plus-size disabled Latina of Mexican American descent.
She's a progressive's wet dream.
She has been tapped to help attract young men to the Democrat Party. Is this
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's hear a little bit where she talks about talking to college-age men. Roll this.
Negative view to take on like half of the human race.
Well, I also think it's just so abundantly clear that the people who say these things
Hang on a
don't
second.
actually
Pause it for a second.
Olivia Herrera might have eaten Chris Christie.
Wait, is that so? That's her, Sean, on the
Yeah.
that look. Is that a dude? That's
On the far
no,
left
I
or the
don't think
big
it's
one?
I think it's the large person on that
Yes.
screen is Olivia Juliana. I believe that's a biological female who resembles Jabba the Hutt.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
I'm very.
She is not a former dude.
This is.
I don't believe that's a former dude.
This is a new world to me, Sean. So you have to.
I
bear
know.
with
I
me.
mean, you have to. It's crazy where we have to ask these questions, right?
Can you start it over, Phil? I appreciate it.
Negative view to take on like half of the human race.
Well, I also think it's just so abundantly clear that the people who say these things don't actually spend time talking to young men.
She needs a bigger box.
You know this because we know each other in real life, but I spend a lot of time on college campuses, and I spend a lot of time with
young men.
I love young men. I love frat guys, and in that I realized like even the ones that identify as conservative are almost always
Still needs a bigger
pro-choice.
box.
They're almost always pro-gay marriage. You'd be surprised at the number of them who supported Black Lives Matter. And so I feel like people just kind of lump them into this box when the truth is, again, a lot of them are with us on the issues. They're just not part of our coalition because they feel like they're not welcomed in it.
I'm not sure that any frat guys like her, to be honest.
Can I just say one thing for a second? What she said there, she's not wrong. Mm-hmm. She's not wrong about young men and their views and their stances on things. But what does that say about the Democrat Party that you can't attract? You can't attract people that probably agree with you on 90% of the issues.
That's a great point.
Or
I'm going to make a suggestion to the Democrat Party because you're right. There's a lot, and you know, I really don't care if you're gay and you get married. It doesn't matter to me what you do in your bedroom is what you do in your bedroom. I don't even care if you're a dude and you wear a dress. Right? Just don't read books to children. Don't go in the ladies' room. That's all. Right? I mean, I couldn't care less.
Yes.
Right? If I were calling shots at the Democrat Party and not David Hogg,
we'll get to him
I
in a second.
may have hired somebody more attractive to make those points. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because, like what you said, what she said wasn't wrong. The problem is those frat guys that you want to come vote for your candidate are going to see Olivia Juliana talking about it and immediately think they're in Tatooine and about to get eaten by the Zarlak.
I mean, $20 million in search of this. Dude, it's unbelievable. I said that I want to do this job right here, morning radio on 1210 for the rest of my career. I'm going to retire. I'm either going to drop dead at 61 of a heart attack, or I'm going to retire at 65 and move to Florida. One of those two things, right? But if the Democrat Party,
we don't pay you enough to retire at 65.
If the DNC wants to give me the $20 million right now, wire me $20 million right now. I won't even give Stalker 2 weeks notice. I will leave right now and take that $20 million, and I will advise you on how to fix your party. It'll take all of 5 minutes. All you have to do is pick like Sean Farish's brain, and you will figure it out. Olivia Herrera is not going to lead you to victory. David Hogg will not lead you to victory. Harry, I don't have a facial hair on my face, Sisson, will not lead you to victory. They don't get it. And I hope they never do.
Me too.
I love this. Please roll out AOC. Please anoint her. Please install her. Because as we've heard, Bernie Sanders even admits it, the Democrats, they have not allowed you to vote for a candidate since 2008. They have installed people. So please install females with pronouns and The Republican Party will just keep winning, and I'm good with that.
I'm fine with it.
Olivia Juliana Herrera, if you've never heard of her, she was named one of the 50 most influential people of 2022 by Bloomberg Media, 50 million likes, and was at Joe Biden's State of the Union address.
What does she do, Dawn?
She influenced me to throw up yesterday.
She's from Texas. She's an
Everything's bigger in Texas.
abortion rights advocate from Texas, formerly the director of politics and government affairs for Gen Z for Change. So she's 22 years old. So it looks like she was active on her college campus. And
Not active enough.
She has just graduated from college.
Don't try to be the adult.
Yes. No, Dawn's providing great context to this person's background.
That's what she does.
Look, I understand there are people that make a killing on the internet. Sean Farish, you do a nice living for yourself largely on social media. But sometimes, now Sean Farish, great on
That's
social
because
media.
Israel pays my mortgage.
That's right. And you're also great on radio. You're great on TV. That's why Newsmax has you on. But some people only thrive on social media, and then when they're brought out of that little ecosphere into, quote, the real world, they fail. Olivia Herrera will fail. She will not lead the Democrats to anything of prominence.
According to her Wikipedia page, Olivia Juliana, she was born and raised in Texas. She lives in Houston. She identifies as queer, plus-size, disabled Latina.
Yes.
I'd say she's queer.
I think she was the one a year or so ago
I think that's accurate.
at a rally
where
she was like complaining and crying about like Medicare or Medicaid cuts or
that was her.
I think she's like saying how
I'm putting this all together
I'm so
now.
afflicted,
I
and, which I feel bad for her. If you know she's disabled, I'm not making fun of that. But if Democrats, that's the thing that blows me away. Is like you still haven't learned a damn thing.
All right, I need a moment of truth from Stenslin here for a second. You know I love you, my love. You have two young, not young, but 18 to 21 boys. Mm-hmm. This chick is not speaking to frat guys. Am I right?
I'm not going to speak. You can have David. I know you want David.
Come on. I want David to say, hey, if this woman comes up to your school and is like, let me tell you about
how
this.
Do you know that David's a frat guy?
It doesn't even have to be frat guys. I'm just talking about young 18-year-old males on college.
Dawn, which boy's at Penn State now?
Michael.
Is he a frat bro?
No.
Okay.
And I don't know if David, he's still in high school. Will he go for a frat? I have no idea. But I
just need him.
I don't really know who this young lady is. I have no idea. But
I think she speaks to Golden Corral.
But I will tell you this: as much as you guys have your immature little things,
it's true.
I mean, she looks much like some of the girls that I see in the Junior Olympics or high school shot putters and that sort of thing. I don't know that she's athletic because she says I don't know what her disability is. Yeah. So I don't think it has to do with her looks or her queerness or her Latina-ness. It has to do, again, with is she an authentic person? Is she a likable person? Because if she's using those things to try to get across some cause that nobody relates to, then I think you're right. She won't resonate. But Oprah Winfrey back in the day was told as a TV anchor woman, you're fat, you're black, you will never be successful.
Uh-oh.
I guess she proved that individual wrong who was like from a small media market. So I think it has nothing to do with her looks, really. It has to do with, is she authentic?
College.
And do
we're
people,
talking about college guys, Dawn.
But also
it has to do with her looks.
Say what you want about Oprah. Oprah did have a talent, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oprah was not some 1986 DEI selection.
Yeah, that's a good point, Nick.
Right?
No, that's my whole point. My whole point.
But
for the
this
whole morning
Olivia is not as talented as Oprah.
Right.
So I think that's the point Nick is making.
Obama wasn't a DEI president. Obama is one of the best speakers and communicators, orators. Forget his policy. Forget what you think about him. Forget about Big Mike. All of that. His presentation. Cut through.
He's reading the YouTube.
Cut through.
Stop.
By the way,
it has nothing. Here's what doesn't resonate with guys. With 18 to 29-year-old guys,
non-hot women,
fat chicks.
Is this?
Come on,
is this woke crazy stuff? They don't want to hear it.
Hey, the last time I saw Olivia Juliana, I was wearing these, and the moon was going in front of the sun.
Oh, the Joy Reid glasses, yes.
By the way, we're not saying this for us, like, yes, I know we're being immature and crude and stuff like that, but this
And
is how
I own it. I own every second of it.
Me too. But this is how 18 to 24-year-old men think. You know what would work is if they took Sydney Sweeney and her bathwater that she's selling and had her talk to college dudes.
And I would drink her bathwater.
Guess what? They might, because if there's a hot chick, they might just not talk about politics, but go, oh, is that right? You know, but they're still going to think to them, they're not going to change their opinion because whatever the woman looks like, if she's a hot chick.
Oh, I've changed my opinions because of chicks all the time. Are you kidding? I'm like, yes.
They're not.
Yep. Okay.
Here's what
Hillary
like,
Clinton.
What's the famous line? Are you a Christian, ma'am? I am tonight. Mark Cohn. So, your famous line from the song. So maybe they will be tonight. They'll be a progressive for tonight. But no, they're not changing.
Here's what Olivia Herrera should do if she wants to change. She should get a bike and join us on the Bend to the Shore bike tour. It's coming up on Sunday, July 20th. I'm guessing Olivia can't do the 65 miles.
Oh, come on.
Hey, look, there's 30, there's 10 miles as we go from Philly to Atlantic City, where she can be a part of the family-friendly celebration at the Showboat Hotel after the ride. And Olivia, they have Wawa, so you'll be able to replenish. You can even register to ride with me. We'll welcome you in. Team 1210.
Come on.
I'm your captain.
Yeah.
Promo code Nick1210, $25 off your registration fee. Visit ben2shore.org. That's ben2shore.org. Promo code Nick1210. Let's show everybody how 1210 WPHT and Odyssey supports law enforcement. Bend to the Shore is organized by Families Behind the Badge Children's Foundation, where they connect cops and kids through non-enforcement positive action.